So you kind of see what we've been dealing with this year, trying to make firewood and store it and work in the yard and stuff with ridiculous amounts of moisture laying around. It's been really tough. All right, so here we go. Beautiful day in the Manitoba woodyard. Lucky kids, Friday, they got it off school, so guess what? Get to split a little wood. Dad's got to go ref 5 straight high school games today. It's a tournament day. That's a lot of skating for an old bugger. So boys are going to split. Other kids off to engineering classes today. So lots of good stuff going on. We're going to switch the splitter. We got the 15-year-old Jacoby running the splitter today. Weston's going to give him a hand. So we're going to put the two-way on for Jacoby. We'll show you all how that works. Super easy on the Splitfire 3490. Here we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is Jacoby's going to show. We got the 4-way on there. Works really well. For an experienced operator, this is going to be a great way to go, and you can make a lot more wood with a 4-way than a 2-way. One of the reasons we upgraded our 2265, which was a ridiculously good little machine, to the 3490 was because of the ability to have a 4-way. So Jacoby's going to flip this from the 4-way to the 2-way, and he's never done it before, but I want you guys to understand how easy it is. Go ahead, Cobes. So he pops out. 4-way slips off just like that. See, there's a hole in there. 2-way goes on, and he's got the little pin back in there, and he's done. So for a 15-year-old who has never done that before, he's never done that. It took him, what, 8 seconds? So it is easy to do. Anybody can do that. I'm going to feel it's a little safer for the boys today to be using the 2-way to split. The 4-way they could do, and Jacoby would do that, but we'll wait till he gets a little bit more experience, because I think the 2-way is much safer than the 4-way. We're going to show him splitting a little bit of wood here in a minute, and then that's going to be, we'll move the trailer over. It's already just about hooked up, and away we go. So we're going to get Jacoby just firing this thing up and doing a little splitting. We got the 2-way on there. We got the dumper all backed up and ready to go. Weston's over yonder putting some wood away. So Cobe's gonna fire it up. Go ahead, buddy. A little video of Jacoby splitting again. He's 15. He could run this all day by himself. I trust him. 2-way operation on the Splitfire. He's going to split stuff. Most of this wood he's going to split into quarters, sometimes into 8s. Takes more time to split it, but then it dries faster. We don't have customers complain about the size of wood. We're probably a little on the small side. This wood is going to get stacked and probably sold later in the winter or in the spring. Toby's going to stack them. It's really easy. This birch is easy to split, a nice straight grain wood. Splitfire 3490, really good machine, powerful. You can stack them like that, split 2 at a time. Works great, always be careful. We run hearing protection all the time running this. You can see Jacoby's done his hearing protection on. We'll run eye protection running the saw. I usually don't split with eye protection, but it's a good idea, of course. So we just got, the other night, we just got 17 more cords of birch delivered, so woodyard is looking busy. Long weekend here from a school perspective. So the boys are gonna split. Today I got a ref, like I said before, 5 high school hockey games today. Everyone's always short of refs, so I get asked to do that a lot. It's just between running a chainsaw and splitting wood and all of that, it's ref and hockey. I stay in reasonably good shape for an old guy. So this is gonna be a large part of our spring and summer, getting through that pile. Birch a little easier to split than that big oak and ash. So we got about, in this pile is, I wanna say 30 or 32 cords, something like that, of birch. And again, we're splitting into the trailer. We'll take that home to LaSalle and stack it. The 1 ton hooked up, I'll unhook that here in a couple of minutes. I gotta go. The boys are safe out here. They've been working for a long time, great kids. They do their thing. They'll run back into town on the 6x6. Lots of ash here, kind of the last of the ash we brought in. I think this is black ash. We get a lot of green ash around here. This wood's out of Ontario. And that guy, our logger, had a load of ash he was looking to get rid of early this spring, so we said we'd take it. So this is the last of that. It takes a little bit longer to dry than green ash, a little bit denser. So it burns a little bit longer than green ash. This wood would be around, 19, 20 million BTUs per cord, kind of similar to birch. But this black ash is a little denser, which means it burns a little longer. It also takes a little longer to dry out. So we did have good luck drying it out here in the sun and the wind this summer. And this is what it looks like when it's split. So here we got, this is green ash right here. So I got a little bit of moisture on there, but not bad. That's green ash, what that looks like. You can see the grain in that and how it's different from, say, the black ash we got here. Or here's, so this is, ash has become a popular firewood around here. I don't have any trouble selling it when I get it. Not as popular as birch. Everyone around these parts likes birch. So we must have in this pile, I don't know, between the birch and the ash, we probably got 10 cords to split here. It would be wonderful to get it all split. Today's Friday. If we could get it split Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that would be a huge help. It has been very wet here lately, just awful. And so, we got to get stuff cleaned up before the snow comes. We'll be able to sell wood when the snow comes. And probably through the fall, we can cut wood up and split wood. But we got maybe 2 or 3 months in the winter where we can't do very much. If we were a real commercial wood yard, we could. But we're not. We're just kind of a side gig wood yard for now. I know that sounds weird to say when you're looking at, right now you're looking at probably 130, 40 full cords, something like that. It's to say we're just a side gig wood yard, but that's kind of the way we feel about it. So we'd have to be set up a little bit different out here to do much work in the winter. There's plenty to do in the winter, and frankly, it's not the worst thing to have a little time off. So wood like this oak will sit forever. I don't even cover it when it rains because it's just such a hardy wood that is not prone to rot or moisture. Birch is tricky. Birch will soak up water and get mold on it and become a problem. So you got to be really careful with that. And we're learning as we go here. But once we get all of that birch split and ash split over there, we'll move on to this oak and ash. And I want to dig out, I got orders for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 more cords of ash. And if I dig out little ash trees out of here, out of our big pile, and split them, they'll be split, they'll be dry immediately. Like I can sell this ash log right here. And there's other small guys like that. You can see in the pile, there's another one right there. I can sell that, I can split that and sell that immediately. It was taken down last winter, sat in the sun all summer, and it'll be dry really, really quickly. So I have no problem. That's green ash. And we've got a couple of cords of birch right here. And this is all spoken for. This will go to one of my buddies in Winnipeg. It's nice looking wood, good splits, drying out well, although, it's just been a really tough fall for drying stuff out. We had really warm temperatures in September, sun and wind. October has been very, very rainy. And this pile's growing too. This birch will probably get taken back. So I got this pile's growing. This is looking like it's at least 2.5 cords. By the end of the weekend, we'll probably have 5 cords in here. And if this was ash or something, I just leave it here to dry and maybe tarp it for the winter. But we're starting to learn that birch is a little finicky, so I might take this back into town and stack it on pallets where it can be, it'll season there, it'll dry out, and it should be ready by midwinter or spring to deliver. So if I got it in town stacked on pallets, then I can get at it easy with the truck and trailer. Out here, once we get a bunch of snow in here, be very difficult to get in. So if it was oak or ash, I'd leave it in that pile, maybe tarp it, and it would be fine. But we're gonna be a little bit more careful with the birch because it's turning out to be a little bit more finicky wood. So a little bit more birch that Weston will carry over when he's got a minute. Not taking Jacoby logs. And the fellas are working away. All right, y'all, that's gonna be it for now. Catch up with you later. Hope everyone has a good weekend.